So a question that people have been asking me is, did Google penalize press releases? And if you want to get more traffic for you or your clients, then keep watching this quick 3-minute video. My name is Chris Munch and I'm the founder of Press Cable. And after doing thousands of press release campaigns, we've stacked up some interesting data and insights that completely turn this industry on its head. So let's head back in time a little bit to see if, in fact, press releases were penalized. So in 2012, PRWeb got into a lot of trouble for distributing fake news, and while major TV news organizations have published false news from time to time, for PRWeb they actually got in trouble because Danny Sullivan pointed out that PRWeb had even been letting Viagra spam out onto the internet. But with tightening up the editorial in that process, things were once again okay. And so as we move forward, press releases were once again fine. But then in May 2014, disaster struck again. Press release sites including Business Wire, PRWeb, PR Newswire lost their Google rankings. They saw a huge drop in traffic. And this news was picked up by the blogosphere, and people chanted that Google hates press releases and they've been slammed by Google. And so here's an example from renowned agency Sear Interactive where they show this and they see the drop in traffic. But what they missed right here, if we zoom in a little bit, is that yes, PRWeb was on the front page of Google for a search term, and then PRWeb was no longer there. But in fact, the press releases were still on the front page of Google. You'll see one right here and right here. So after the fact, there's actually even more press releases in the front page of Google, but this time they were on news sites, on brand name news sites, and not press release sites. And so what happened is Google's machine learning algorithm figured out it's better to send people to a brand name site that they recognize and not some weird press release site that they've never heard of. So let me repeat that. Google continued to like press releases, but on brand name news sites. And that's why what we do at Press Cable works so well, because we distribute and republish releases on brand name news sites. Okay, so let's fast forward to the present day. Now, Google continues to love press releases as they always did when they are on the right sites and when there's a good editorial process behind them that's stopping spam, just like we do at Press Cable. And Google does love including releases in Google News and regular results. And the reason why is because it's information from the source. It has editorial control. And so yes, Google does like press releases when they're not abused and real content is being put out. And you can do this for any business or any product and grow its traffic. That doesn't mean you use press releases just for Google, but more on that in a moment. Because here's another thing. Most agencies and organizations use press releases and follow the rules like it's 1980. But guess what? Journalists don't like being sent press releases out of the blue. Press releases are now used in a different way. It's a form of brand journalism or content marketing where businesses and organizations can put out their announcements straight onto the internet for people to find. And whether that gets picked up by a blogger or a journalist or not, it doesn't matter, because that information is out there immediately for everyone to see. And this is why big companies do this on a regular basis. And being aware of this, here at Press Cable, we've discovered a way to use press releases to drive traffic to local businesses and websites that causes Google to pay serious attention. And that's something you can do too. And here's why. Google sees everything. It tracks data from all Android phones, which make up most of the cell phone market. And so Google can see what businesses are being called, what businesses you visit from your GPS, right? The brands that you search for, and sometimes even what you buy. And in collecting all this data, they can start to see what businesses are more popular and will often decide to rank those higher. And this is how we've tripled local business revenue. We call this a tipping point, where a business gets so much attention that Google decides to give it even more exposure. And so using our cerebral SEO and story traffic hacking methods, we've been able to consistently grow and double and triple local businesses. It's a very simple method and something that anyone can do and get paid for doing it by local businesses, because they want more leads, they want more customers. And so if you want to learn more about this, including the #1 must not do linking rule for press releases in Google, then head on over to Press Cable and log into the members area.